Hey guys, it's currently 10:36 here. I just had an idea. Okay, so I have been working at the pub in like a couple days, it'll be 5 years. This is me on my first day of work. This is me now. I was a 15-year-old wanting to work, still in high school. And the first day I opened the door to the pub and I walked in, it was truly eye-opening. And ever since that day, I've really developed myself and just really, it's been a blessing to be able to work there. And John has been an awesome employer. Making this sound like I'm leaving. Not planning on it at this moment. But what I was thinking is the fact that I've been there for 5 years, and one thing that I have been trying to play around with is connections, and what's something that I really want to start working on and developing. And what I got thinking about was, what if I took, $1,000, and what if I took that and I said, all right, I'm going to give myself a month, or 2 months, or 3 months, or whatever, and I'm going to go see what I can do with that $1,000. And I go, and I take that, and I, let's say, go somewhere that I've never been before. I go get connected with a church in there, and I'm like, hey, I am just new to the area. I'm possibly looking for some place to stay. I could possibly rent out a place. And then you start, hey, does anyone have connections for photography, videography, plumbing, something like that you can get connected to. And so I thought about, okay, well, why don't I go in my little adventure car and try it for a month or two? And then I got thinking, why would I go to some place that I have no connections for, no real personal experience, where I have to find an apartment, all of that? Why? Well, there's one reason, but why would I do that when I have connections here, when I have a place to stay here, when I have all that? Instead of that, why don't I take the challenge and take a month or two off of work? In the future, obviously planned it, not like now or tomorrow or next week, but like in maybe like November, December, January, sometime like that, and use the connections that I have. Hey, does anyone know any construction workers? Does anyone know any plumbers that needs an apprentice? Is there any way I could get connected in here? I'll work for free for half a week, for a week, and if you think that I am worth investing in or training, why don't I work for you? And I guess I've been so caught up in the aspect that I have to figure out what the Lord wants me to do that I haven't just been trying things. And I feel like trying things is the next step in that. And so I've really told you guys, okay, I'm going to be starting working on videography. Why don't I film it? Why don't I start making a series about, okay, I'm starting here. I'm working at the pub, which is great, but I want to start investing into a career that could lead me into the future. And through that process, whether I fail, whether I end up losing money, whether I end up back at the pub, whether I don't actually make any connections or do anything, through that process I could film, educate other people about my experience. And if it is an experience that transforms my life, I want to be able to document it and share it with people. And so as I don't know what I'm doing, and as the future is unknown, as each step is just, I don't know, like, I can trust that God has a plan, and the easiest way for God to use someone is for them to already be going in some direction, so he only has to make minute detailed turns instead of getting the whole caboose running and then making the turns. And so, let's go for it. Let's try some things. Let's be patient. Patience is so underrated in so many aspects. And let's be thankful for the many things that I have, for the many things that we all have. And let me know what you think about this, I guess, down below. Obviously, only certain people will see this because I'm not going to share it on my social medias and stuff. But it's definitely something that's been on my mind, at least tonight. And I am super stoked to be considering the prospect of doing something like this. I feel like I'm rambling now. Anyway, take care, guys. I know this is a low quality, just one-on-one, but really I want to be personable. I want to be real with you guys. I want to share aspects of my life that may in the future impact myself and others. So take care. Keep working. Keep going at it, whatever you're doing, and keep making the world a better place. As one adventure ends, a new begins. Let's make this next adventure a good one. Take care.